When it comes to building Legos, there are beginners and then there are experts. What separates the two is the skills and tricks the experts have learned over the years. In one of our previous videos, we spoke about these tips and tricks that could help beginners. When it comes to minifigures, that's a whole different ball game. Welcome to LEGO-tastic, the place where we follow the brick. In this video, we will be looking at LEGO minifigure tricks that are pretty weird but can be pretty useful for building your LEGO minifigures. Try to keep tabs on all these tips so you can become a better creator. Many of you have used a LEGO set before and have probably created something cool. But do you know that you can also work around the parts you have and use them in different ways to get different minifigures? Sure, some of these tricks are weird, but they will look cool too. Did you know that if you attach the arm pieces of your LEGO minifigures to the guns, you can make them look even cooler than they already did? This trick works with any kind of gun, regardless of its size, giving it the action movie feel. If you have extra arm pieces, you can try this trick on your guns. But that isn't the only thing you can use the arm pieces for. Have you ever seen a giant spider or crawling monsters in movies? Did you know that if you attach the arm pieces to the leg pieces of the LEGO minifigures before attaching them to the body, you can create LEGO minifigures that look pretty weird but also pretty cool? Sure, this is a weird trick, but it can add a little spice to your creation. Did you know that the prints on the headpieces of the LEGO minifigures can actually be erased? While this might not be a good idea for your cherished LEGO minifigures, it can actually work when you have extra headpieces. What will you use these erased headpieces for, you ask? Well, you can add a flower piece to them, and they become fruits, depending on the color of the headpieces. Some of you have some LEGO architecture sets, and you are probably wondering if you can add some statues to your piece. Did you know that you can actually do that? All you need are gray parts of the LEGO minifigures. Put them together, and you have your LEGO minifigure statue. You could even put together a couple of bricks to form the platform, and voila, you have a pretty great statue. This trick also applies when you are building mannequins using LEGO minifigures. Unlike the statues, the mannequins shouldn't be all gray. You'll need a little spice and color for that. Then for the head, you can either use one of the erased heads or just use a regular head and turn it around. Then you use the hair piece to cover it up. And there you have a pretty cool mannequin using regular LEGO minifigure pieces. Did you also know that you can make baby minifigures too? All you have to do is find a wild blank headpiece and attach it to a regular headpiece, and a baby is born. It is advisable not to add any hair pieces because that might be a little too weird. Just stick to those two pieces and you will be fine. Did you know that LEGO minifigure heads can also be used as flower vases? You can turn any transparent headpieces into a flower vase if you have any transparent headpieces. You need to add a couple of flower pieces and ta-da, you have a pretty cool flower vase. You could also turn it into a jar by adding a cover piece instead. Did you know that you can make your minifigures look taller than they are? This is a pretty simple tip. All you need are an extra 1x2 bricks if you want to make the torso longer, or an extra 1x1 brick on the legs to make them longer. Or you could just add extra erased headpieces to make the neck longer. That last one might be a little weird, but you get the point. Have you ever noticed that your minifigures have been wearing the same outfits for years now? Did you know that you can make a closet or clothing store? All you need to do is get a couple of minifigure pants and torsos with the arms detached and hang them up on a clothing rack made from other bricks. This actually looks pretty cool as a boutique creation or just a regular closet. This can add a little spice to your minifigure pieces and a new look. While the tips I've given you can help you think outside the box and spice up your LEGO minifigure creations, it won't help much if you don't already know the basics. You have to start from somewhere before you can try your hand at other cool, weird tricks. So here are the tips you need to know. When you want to start building LEGO minifigures, it is vital that you know what the minifigure is supposed to look like in the first place. It will suck if you don't know where which piece goes. You could check out the pamphlet that comes with each collectible minifigures or the internet. Note what pieces or accessories are unique to each and whether the elements are small or large. This will help you create a mental picture of what you're looking for when feeling packets without having to check any references. When you are finally ready to start putting the pieces together, it is advisable that you start with the bigger pieces like the torsos, the pants, and the legs before moving on to the smaller, more delicate pieces. In most of the LEGO minifigure packs, these big pieces are always easier to find first as they take up most of a packet and usually make them feel and look fuller with trapped air. Also, most times, the big minifigure pieces have fewer packets included in a whole new box, so grab them first and deal with them before facing the tinier pieces. Depending on the LEGO set you are working with, the minifigures might range from regular adult figures to child figures. This also means that the body pieces might be different, particularly the leg pieces. This is why you should check out the legs because they can give you an idea of what you are hoping to create in most cases. There are some child characters in the collectible minifigure series with shorter, non-posable legs. This makes them stand out, pun intended, because if you can see the minifigure legs but not bend them, this reduces your search range. After deciding which character it is, using the remaining accessories can help you figure out the rest of the creation. Speaking of accessories, these pieces are quite important when building LEGO creations. When looking through the pieces that come with a LEGO set, the shapes of the adjoining accessories can help you decipher where they should go easily. The shape is a crucial feature when building LEGO creations. Square tiles or round plates are usually quite easy to feel. It's also important to notice the shape and whether it's a smooth tile or the piece has studs. Flexibility can be another clue too. Certain LEGO elements, like swords or head pieces, might be flexible, and you will be able to bend them gently within a packet. I think this should have been the first tip, but you get the point. I cannot overstate how being patient helps when you are creating LEGO minifigures. When building minifigures, it is almost like a puzzle. If you rush it, you'll not get it right, and it will just wear you out. If you can't identify a LEGO character straight away, put it aside in a different pile and come back to it. The last thing you want to do is buy a minifigure that you already have. These minifigure pieces aren't getting any cheaper after all. Take your time and work your way through each piece. Building LEGO minifigures is almost as important as building the entire LEGO set. It is important because it adds life to your creations and makes them more engaging. For this reason, you have to learn how to do it well and be cool about it. Don't be worried about not getting the hang of it immediately. It can only get better. Thank you for watching this video. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos.